Well, here we go. The second part of Mark Gose's story at Mark's Park. Enjoy.
I've seen you driving this car, this little Mini. Where did you get this one from?
A chap came to measure up for aluminium windows in Jared's house here, and he saw my cars and he said, "Wouldn't you like a Mini? Tell me more." And 15,000 Rand later, here she stands. But she'd been off the road for 20 years, so the brakes were messed and the motor was seized. Yeah, so I got the motor loosened up, put disc brakes in the front, and she's a delightful car. Interesting, Brendan, I was not in the market for a Mini at all.
Yeah.
But having her here, she's a great car to drive. Just like a little pocket rocket.
So do your cars get turns for driving?
100%, yeah. Every second day I change. This is an Alfa Giulia, that's from 1969.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you lent me this car to drive once when we went up to Kaapse Hoop.
That is correct, yeah.
Oh, let's see, what else is special here? Oh, look at that Citroën.
This is a Citroën 2CV. Oh, yeah. Once again, cheap and nasty. Look how the windows open and close. It is just so practical. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Tintin had one of these. Didn't he drive in one of these?
That's right, yeah. Look at the seats. The seats are like deck chairs. Look at that.
Oh my word. Yeah, oh really? Yes, that's true.
Just,
hey?
Sorry, you only look again.
Yeah.
Just so cheap and nasty, but delightful. Top speed, 70 k's an hour. Nail spray to White River, second gear, 35 kilometers an hour. You have to be patient.
Yeah, be patient.
But she's lovely.
Is it?
Now,
what is it that makes you? I mean, what do you find so lekker about these old cars?
Brendan, I think a man has to have. No, I know a man has to have hobbies. You can't sit at home all day, or go to the bowling club every day, or go to Fat Boys every day. This stuff keeps me busy. I'm going to fire this car up for you.
Yes.
And you need to video how she lifts up. Okay.
Okay.
Because this is just amazing. And these were launched in about 1955. This is a 73 model. I haven't started her for a while, but the way she lifts up is just amazing.
I get it now.
Okay, now she doesn't want to behave. Come on, big girl, you can do this.
There we go, there we go. So is it busy going now?
Give her a few seconds and she'll start lifting. You'll see that the back will go first.
There she goes now. Okay, yeah.
Look at that. And now the nose will go up. Go to the front, there's the nose. How cool is that?
Fantastic.
And you thought a low rider was a new thing. Yeah. So this is really, really special. And different height levels. So if you're on the highway, you can lower her. If you're on the farm, you can raise her up.
Why do you think this concept was not carried on to other cars?
Well, Rolls-Royce bought this system from Citroën many years ago, and I think Citroën stopped using it in about 2009, and it was purely because of costs. It's a complicated system, an expensive system, but bulletproof. It really is nice.
Is it? And can you feel that difference in the ride?
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Like gliding or?
Yeah, it glides, yeah.
But what about the road holding? Isn't it like a bit mushy when you're going around corners?
She's not a racing car. No.
Okay.
She's wobbly, yeah. But the ride is sublime, really sublime.
Right. Is there any other interesting cars that we have down the back there, I think?
Well, let's have a look here quickly. This is a little a GT Junior Deluxe. Yeah. Now, what I want to show you here is this car is from 1972. Yeah. Look how it had dual brake systems, dual boosters, né?
Is that for back and front?
Back and front, and it had 5-speed in 1972. People complain about Alfa Romeo, the Ford Cortinas, the Ford Granadas, the Opel Records, all those fancy cars. They didn't have dual boosters. They didn't have 5 speeds until into the 80s. Alfa Romeos were so far ahead. Oh, excuse, I cleaned my engines. Yeah. Alfa Romeos were so far ahead with engineering. They make beautiful cars. Yeah.
Ooh, this little Fiat is lovely.
Beautiful. Engines in the back.
Yeah.
Little 850cc. Punches way above her weight. Really nice. This is my Mark 1 Jaguar. Just beautiful. Unfortunately, like any Jag, she's leaking a lot of oil. So
okay, it's a good sign. Means it's got still got oil.
Yeah, but let me show you inside. It really is Very pretty. There you go. Look at that.
It's just so, it's like a, I don't know how to describe the just basic smooth lines of that engine, eh?
Like motor porn.
Yeah, motor porn, yeah.
Don't put that in. Yeah, but interesting Solex carbs, which is unusual. You know, the British cars mostly had SUs, but yeah, it's got Solex carb.
So Solex meaning
It's a type
an
of
SU.
carburetor. Like
Okay,
you
so
get a
what type
Weber,
of, what do you mean by that?
It's just a different way of getting fuel into the motor. They would normally have SUs. I'll show you what an SU looks like.
Okay.
An SU looks like this.
Volvo.
That's SU carbs. You see, it's got these big pots over here.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
Whereas this hasn't got that. It's just a different type of car, a Solex.
Okay.
You get Solex, you get Weber, you get Holly. It was just unusual that Jaguar put this on.
Yes,
on this car.
yes.
Yeah.
This car is known by certain individuals in a certain part of the world because there's a certain amount of characters, and there they are. Tell us about this car.
She's becoming quite the legend, becoming an internet sensation. No, this is my bull run car. The bull run happens in Prieska, in Van Wyksvlei every year.
Yes.
And the idea is to buy a Skoro,
Yes.
drive it down to Van Wyksvlei, and then let your inner child come out. And don't break the car and drive it home. Fugly has now done 5 already. And yeah, ugly as sin, not worth painting at all. But she doesn't let us down. She goes.
Yes. I was told something about today. I heard that if you use pineapple in your car, pineapple skins, it gets rid of the smell of puke.
Don't tell me you smell puke in there.
Oh, no, I'm pulling your leg, but I'm sure this car's seen a lot of adventures, eh? But the thing is,
Now,
it's
interesting.
clearly very reliable.
Bulletproof. But now we were looking at the TR6 motor just now.
Yes.
This is the TR6 motor. They were all the same. The only thing is it hasn't got fuel injection. She's got SU carburetors.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, so this was a very popular motor. It came out in a 2 litre and a 2.5, 6-cylinder, beautiful engines, really nice. Obviously they can't compete on modern day, but just lovely bulletproof cars.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, I am so glad I came and had a look at your collection.
Yeah, it's lovely bragging.
I think there's stories here all over this place. I mean, look at all of these things you've got. I mean, everything I'm sure has a story.
You know what happens?
Even the caps. Look at those caps down there.
What happens is people come here for a cup of coffee, whatever, and they say, I've got a hubcap lying around. I'll bring it for you. So 90% of all the stuff, the hubcaps, number plates, badges, everything, comes from other people. It's just incredible how the people have got stuff lying around, you know.
Yeah.
I can recall this I swapped for some vinyl records, this and this over here and this. A guy had vinyl record. A guy wanted my vinyl record, so I gave him vinyls and he gave me all of these things, you know. Now, interesting, one of our club members, we had a cup of coffee on Tuesday. He's been looking for one of these badges for about 6 years. He walks into my garage and he has 3 of them for his old Beetle. So he might take one. I've got no issue with them being used.
Oh, fantastic, man, fantastic. Yeah, and you even got, see, this cars is just something you can't resist. Even if it's in a small one, you got to get it, eh? Wow.
And there I've tried to steer away from the American cars just to be different. I've gone mostly British and European.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that just a personal preference or?
Yeah, it's just to try and have a theme. That's
okay.
all. Yeah,
Okay.
Kind of
Do you mind visitors guys coming to see your
I
cars?
love it.
You like it?
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So
now we were talking about the first car that.
So, in order to contact you, how would people contact you?
Oh, they can just give me a phone call. I don't have a web page or anything like that at all, you know.
Okay, so give you a phone call. How will we find? Through the Lowveld.
Well, you're welcome to share my telephone number, no problem with it.
Okay.
It's fine. You can actually put it as a.
Yeah, so then guys can come and visit and
I love it.
and have a coffee, have a beer, have a braai.
And hopefully bring their old car with.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
see,
I like
you
that
see.
idea.
Yeah.
To bring an old car.
So this green one, green Spitfire, is the very first car that I rebuilt, and that was in about 90. Well, I got it on the road in about 1993.
And you've still got it.
Still
Can
got
you
it,
believe
yeah.
it, eh?
So that car was my first car. This here was my fourth car
Yeah.
that I had.
Yeah.
And then my Mark 1 Jag was my second car. I've also got an MGA, but that's up in Victoria at this point.
Look at that. Exquisite. Well, that is Mark's cars. Come and take a visit. I think Mark is somebody that just loves chatting, loves talking, and I'll tell you what, you will enjoy his presence, that's for sure. And he's got lots to tell you about cars.
Can I tell you one more thing about this car?
Yes.
Okay, now this is obviously the infamous GDV6, which is they're pretty much world renowned. But what makes her interesting, Brandon, is the gearbox is in the back of the car.
Oh.
So you've got the motor in the front, gearbox at the back, which means the prop shaft then moves at the same speed as the motor. So the prop shaft runs like hell. But it gives you a 50-50 weight distribution, which is phenomenal. And also, she hasn't got coil springs or leaf springs in the front. She's got torsion bars running from the back to hold the nose up. So the road holding in that is phenomenal. Alfa Romeo is far ahead of any other manufacturer as far as engineering is concerned. Just a beautiful car.
Yeah, I remember these things used to do well on the racetrack at one time, hey?
Yeah, that's right, Kyalami against the BMW 3 Series. Yes.
Yes.
And this one never been rebuilt, never been restored. Just
Really,
a beautiful car.
Do you like getting cars pretty much whole, or do you like getting a car that gives you a bit of a challenge?
I don't like doing what I'm doing with the GT6. I'm too old for that. I like what I'm doing with the TR6. I just want to keep the cars on the road. To do a whole rebuild, it's hard work.
Costs money as well, eh?
Costs money.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this one is the sporty version. This white Alfa here has got exactly the same setup. It's also got the gearbox in the back, and it's also got torsion bars in the front. But you can see the tires are bigger, so it's got softer suspension in that.
Yeah.
But a wonderful, wonderful car.
Mark, what a pleasure. What a pleasure.
Thank you. It was nice to brag.
Awesome.